Hey, everybody. This is Carolyn Educator coming at you, better known as Philly Time Out Spy on the gram. So I posted something, I think like earlier this morning, and I posted it on Facebook, but it was meant for Instagram. So you know how Facebook and Instagram, they share. So this is what happened. Let me share my screen so that y'all know what I'm talking about. And I will be addressing this as I read it. So here's what I posted. This is what I post with this post. It says, warnings by professionals. This is just the beginning. Other city states will follow suit. If you want to keep doing what you're doing, I recommend that you get legal before it affects you and your business. This may just mean you have to go to school, take a state exam with all requirements to get your license. This is just the beginning. There is more coming. You have been warned. So that's what I typed, okay? So I'm looking at the responses. So let's take a look at this document, okay? First of all, it says City of Montgomery Revenue Division. Alabama, everybody, Alabama. It also says the practice of non-invasive medical procedures covered under the Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and Medical Licensure Commission. So that right there is letting you know that all non-invasive procedures is covered under the Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and Medical Licensure Commission. It is a Class C felony to practice medicine or osteopathy without a medical regulatory license in the state of Alabama pursuant to the code of the Alabama Title 34, Chapter 24, 2451. Let me see if I can blow this up. Okay. Oops, I blew it up too much. Let me see what just happened here. Hold on, y'all. Let me stop my share. Let me see if I can find my document again. Hold on. Let me find my document again. Why does always gotta happen to me? Hold on, y'all. How to blow this up again? If it'll let me. Okay. All right. Let me blow this up. Let me share my screen and pick up where I left off. All right. Let me just try this again. Okay. It says on October 28th, 2021, the City of Montgomery Revenue Department received information and direction from the Legal Department of Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and Medical Licensure Commission that the practice of various popular non-invasive medical procedures are to be practiced under the strict supervision and assistance of, and in most cases, strictly by a licensed physician. So let me do this. Let me black me out, okay? Now let's just take that short piece. Number one is letting you know that the money department received the information. Revenue, money. The money department received the information on October 28th, 2021. It also lets you know where it came from. The Legal Department of Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and Medical Licensure Commission. They were notified that there are practices of non-invasive medical procedures that is being practiced, and it requires a physician. Now, we're going to go through all this, and then I'm going to address the comments that's on Instagram when I posted this, all right? So hopefully when I get done, y'all have an understanding. let's go back to the practice of various popular non-invasive medical procedures are to be practiced under the strict supervision and assistance of, and in most cases, strictly by a licensed physician. The procedures is to be practiced under strict supervision and assistance of, in most cases, by a licensed physician. Now, there were some nurses that replied on my Instagram post. I want you nurses to pay attention to that based on the comment that you put on the Instagram, because I posted this up there so everybody can read it. Next, it says these procedures are not permitted to be performed by anyone of the general public who does not possess medical licensure from the appropriate state regulatory board. Who is the appropriate state regulatory board? That would be the Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and Medical Licensure Commission. Their rule, their ordinance. All right. Therefore, applicants who do not possess the required medical licensure will not be permitted to obtain a City of Montgomery business license to conduct such procedures. That means if you apply and you live in the city of Montgomery, Alabama, it is going to be denied if you do not have the credentials to do so. Businesses licensed to perform these services prior to the City of Montgomery's receipt of this information will not have the privilege of renewing such licenses and should contact the board referenced above for compliance determination. That means because you are doing it now, you're good. You're good. But when you go to renew your business license and you are doing any of these services, it's telling you to contact the board for compliance determination. Who's the board? We're going back to Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and Medical Licensure Commission. All right. Then it goes on to say the practices of, but not limited to the following are included in this notice. Vaginal steaming, Yoni steaming. So everybody out there that lives in the city of Montgomery, Alabama, all of this is pertaining to you. So if you are a Yoni steam facilitator, a Yoni steam practitioner, this pertains to you if you're living in the city of Montgomery, state of Alabama. Acupuncture, body sculpting, body contouring. That includes manual and machine. And why do I say that? Because further down it says use of. The third bullet point says body sculpting, body contouring. There's different modalities of body contouring and body sculpting. If you're using any type of machine, and I mean any type of machine, this pertains to the machines too. Cool sculpting, that's with a machine. They also put in here ear wax removal by use of candle wax. We all know that's called ear candling. You cannot do that either. Use of cavitation machines. others as reviewed by the medical board. So what this saying is, especially the last bullet point, others as reviewed by the medical board, that simply means other modalities. And this is how come I put, let me find it. This is how come I put in my post, when I posted this and I put my warning by professionals, I said, this is just the beginning. There is more coming. Why did I put that in there? I put that in there because of the last bullet point. Last bullet point says others as reviewed by the medical board. What others? That simply means other modalities that will be reviewed by the medical board. So any modalities that the medical board deem necessary that falls under this ordinance, if you live in the city of Montgomery, Alabama, you're going to have to abide by the rules that is set for your city state. Next, it says, for more information, let me shrink this down. Next, it says, for more information regarding these procedures and medical provider license searches, you may visit the Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and Medical Licensure Commission's website at, and it's giving you the website. Then it's giving you, darn it, oh, did it again. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can go back. Why this happens to me? Let me stop my share for a minute. Hey, let me stop my share for a minute and let me go back, find this document again and bring it back up. I want y'all to understand what's taking place here, because a lot of y'all from these comments, y'all are very, 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 very upset, very agitated, but it is what it is. Can y'all, let's do this. Let's go to full screen. And I think I'm sharing this document. Here it is. So, getting back. Why did this keep happening? Right when I'm trying to do something that is important and it's, oh my goodness. Give me a minute, y'all. Try this again. Where's that document at? All right. Let's blow this up. Okay, I think y'all can see it. So at the bottom, it says City of Montgomery Revenue Division. That's the money department. That is the money department. And it says all bodies. Let me see. It says all body sculpting. So I'm going to, now that you see this document, I've explained the document and what it pertains to. So now let's address some of your concerns that I got on IG, okay? So let me go to my Instagram and take a look at some of these comments, and I will address the comments and the questions that's on here. So one of the comments is, let me go up. One of the comments is, that's kind of unfair Most people with medical license don't believe in air candling, Yoni steam, and cold sculpting. You know what? I understand that. However, their rule, they're the regulators, and regulators can see fit to add any modality that they don't want done that falls under their jurisdiction. Okay. Another comment is, so you need a doctor to do cavitation now. According to hold on. According to this, let me find it. According to this, the practice of various popular, non-invasive medical procedures are to be practiced under the strict supervision and assistance of, in most cases, strictly by a licensed physician. So in reference to, so you need a doctor to do cavitation now, what you need is supervision, according to this, supervision and assistance, and in most cases, strictly supervised by a licensed physician. Next comment was, okay, I'm not going to read that one. It says, the next comment says, when it says licensed physician, are they speaking of medical doctors, physician's assistants, or nurse practitioners, or are they speaking licensed professionals as such as nurses? No, this ordinance is very clear. They're not mixing words with us. It's very, very clear. It clearly says, let me find it again. The practice of various popular, non-invasive medical procedures are to be practiced under the strict supervision and assistance of, and in most cases, strictly by a licensed physician. Let me highlight this. Hold on. Because that's, if it let me highlight it, I don't know. Can I get this highlighted? No, I can't. All right, follow the arrow. The practice of various popular non-invasive medical procedures are to be practiced, ladies and some gents, are to be practiced under strict supervision and assistance by a licensed physician. So in reference to the comment, when it says licensed physician, are they speaking of medical doctors? Sweetheart, medical doctors are licensed physicians. Medical doctors are licensed physicians. When it says licensed physicians, are they speaking of medical doctors, physician's assistants, or nurse practitioners, or are they speaking licensed professionals such as nurses? No, they're not talking about licensed professionals such as nurses. They're not talking about nurse practitioners, and they're not talking about physician's assistants. They are talking about licensed physicians, and licensed physicians are medical doctors. They're doctors. They're physicians. They're either going to be an MD or a DO. All right. Next is, it says, I hope I responded to that to where y'all understand. And I'm going to do this. Give me a minute. All right. I just want y'all to understand this. Next comment says, all states don't follow after each other. False. All it takes is for one city-state to do something, and other city-states will follow suit, because other city-states is watching for the precedents. So all states don't follow each other. For example, it's skills I can do under my LPN nursing license in my state of Indiana that I can't do in other states. That's because of the different modalities. Be careful with that because of the scope of practice. I don't believe all states will be affected. For states that are affected, get you a medical doctor. That's fine. But the question is, when you say get you a medical doctor, you have to find a medical doctor that's going to agree to this. That's number one. You're going to have to find a medical doctor that is going to agree. And as far as all states will not follow, no, all states might not follow, but you can bet all it takes is for one city-state to set the precedence, and other city-states will follow. It happens. It happens every day when it comes to ordinances and legislation of any policy, of any law. Next, it says, interesting, as the machines we use are not medical grade. Medical grade Cavitation machines, 25 kilohertz or less, require medical licensing. I wonder how they're going to work around the loopholes. Sweetheart, there is no loopholes. There's no loopholes. This public notice from the city of Montgomery, Alabama, Money Division, and the Board of Medical Examiners and Medical Examiner Licensure is very, very, very clear on what their new policy and rule is under the State of Alabama, Code of Alabama, Title 34, Chapter 24, subsection 342451. It's very clear. Next is, what else was it? All right. Now, let me take a look at this. I want y'all to not be upset. I don't want y'all to be mad because these things are being said. How you doing, Sador? I'm just trying to explain to the body contour practitioners and to the ladies and gents that do these services that the city of Montgomery, Alabama has come down with this ordinance, and either you're going to abide by this new law or you're going to end up with a cease and desist order on you and possibly a fine, because it clearly says it is a Class C felony to practice medicine or osteopathy without a medical regulatory license in the state of Alabama. It clearly says that. So for the body contour practitioners and the V-Steam, Yoni Steam facilitators, individuals that are doing ear candling, individuals that are doing cavitation with the machines, to include radio frequency, individuals that are doing acupuncture, understand what this ordinance says. It says clearly that the practice of various popular non-invasive medical procedures are to be practiced under the supervision and assistance of a licensed physician, a licensed medical doctor. So all you body contour practitioners that's out there in the state of Alabama, if you have a practice and you're open, as of October 28th, this ordinance has been put into effect. What is your best bet? This is what I suggest you do. I suggest that you build a relationship with a licensed physician, a medical doctor that is willing to work with you. But keep this in mind. Your practice has to be under his or her, and it says so here. It says so here. Your practice has to be under his or her licensed physician, medical doctor supervision. What does that mean? Does that mean that that medical doctor, that licensed physician has to be on the premises of your spa, of your health and wellness center? Possibly, I believe so, the way this is written. So either you build a relationship with this physician, with this medical doctor, and when you build in this relationship with a licensed physician and licensed physician medical doctor, you bring this to their attention and you work something out. Thank you. You work something out with this medical doctor, this licensed physician, because here's what's going to happen according to this document. This document clearly says businesses licensed to perform these services prior to October 28th, 2021, to the city of Montgomery, receipt of this information will not have, listen, read it, will not have the privilege of renewing such licenses and should contact the board referenced above for compliance determination. That means you're going to have to contact the board to see if you are in compliance. And I can tell you right now, if your business does not fit what they're saying right here, you're not in compliance. And your best bet is to get in compliance. Get in compliance before it's time for you to renew or it's time for you to act. They gave y'all, this document gives you a fair warning. Now, who's to say that because the city of Montgomery, Alabama did this? Remember, this is a public document. It's not private. This is a public document. Anybody can find this document. And if you want to take it a step further, go look for the Code of Alabama, Title 34, Chapter 24, subsection 342451. That's a public document. Go find it. And I'm sure it'll be very, very detailed for you so that you have an understanding of where your business fit in at. Vaginal steam facilitators, Yoni steam facilitators, anybody out there that's doing acupuncture, body sculpting, body contouring, cool sculptor, ear candling, use of cavitation machines. And in addition to others as reviewed by the board, by the medical board. So the medical board may find some other modalities that they want regulated. This is just light regulation, light, because it's governed at the city local level. That's light. Others as reviewed by the medical board. If the medical board, Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and Board of Licensure Commission deem fit or necessary to add some more modalities in this ordinance, in this public notice, in this regulation, in this policy, in this law, they can. They can. They have the legal say so. So I've addressed the comments from my post that was on my Instagram page. I hope y'all understand. This is why I'm doing this, because a lot of y'all are very, very upset. And my thing is, don't be upset, just get in compliance. That's all you gotta do. And then on top of that, if you're not in the city of Montgomery, Alabama, why you worry? You're not in that city state. Be worried when that city state affects you and they come down in your city state and you see special public notice, city of wherever the hell you live at. But until then, don't get yourself in a panic. Hey, Jasmine. I was going. Okay, Jazz. Okay, I'll look for your call. So until this happens in your city state, don't worry about it. But I will say this, be ready. You have been warned because I warned you. So one of my colleagues, like I posted this at 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call. And when I got the phone, like, how you know how much? She says, because I just saw your post. So she says, what are you going to do? And my response was, I'm not teaching and training nobody with any of these modalities that lives in the city of Montgomery, Alabama. Unless they have connected with a licensed physician, medical doctor, so that they can be in compliance with the law. I will help them through that. To help them be in compliance, yes, I will definitely help them do that. I won't stop them from being successful in their endeavors of doing body contouring, V-steaming, and cavitation radio frequency, any of that. But for right now, according to this, for the city of Montgomery, Alabama, if you live in that city state, get in compliance. My best suggestion to you, build a relationship with a licensed physician, medical doctor, and work out the details so that it's beneficial for you, your business, and that licensed physician, medical doctor. No, it does not pertain to nurses. No, it does not pertain to physical nurse practitioners. No, it does not pertain to physical, what do you call them? Let me go back. Nurses, nurse practitioners, physician's assistants. No, it does not pertain to physician's assistants. You cannot work under the supervision of a physician assistant. You cannot work under the supervision of a nurse practitioner. You cannot work under the supervision of a nurse. It clearly says you have to work under the supervision of a licensed physician who can be a medical doctor. All right, that's what I got. That's what I want to share. And I will be back on my next live stream, but it won't be pertaining to this. I hope that I have answered all the comments, all the concerns on my Instagram post. This will be posted on my YouTube channel, but it will be posted on my Timeout Spa YouTube channel. That's where you can find it. If you go to my Instagram page and you click on the link in my bio, go to my YouTube channel, it will be uploaded to there. It will be shared to there so you can see the review that I did on this document, as well as respond to the comments that's on my Instagram page. I hope I help everyone that has some concerns. But for right now, if you don't live in the city of if you don't live in the city of Montgomery, Alabama, stop stressing. What are you stressing for? And if it do come your way, And if it do come to your city state, just get in compliance. That's all you got to do. Get in compliance before they do a cease and desist order on you. And if you continue to do what you're not supposed to do after the law has been put into effect, you may get hit with a fine. These fines are pretty hefty. They're not worth the freaking aggravation. Just get in compliance. I gave you a suggestion on how to get in compliance. And if you want to beat your city state to it, find you a licensed physician and a medical doctor now. Take care, everybody. I will see y'all on my next live stream. Peace and blessings. Take care. Bye-bye.